EPS4. Hey guys, this is Jongmercials. I'm back again after a few days, and I basically in this video, as the name of the video suggests, I would like to go over some things about Black Ops 3 and some of the changes that are going to be taking place in the multiplayer, because Black Ops 3 is trying to bring us back to a slightly more traditional pace than Advanced Warfare did. As you noticed, Advanced Warfare is extremely fast-paced. Some people really liked that, some people didn't so much, and well, Black Ops 3 is trying to tone that down just a bit, but we're not going all the way back to the way we had it in Ghosts and Black Ops 2, though. Although it's going to be slower than Advanced Warfare, it's not going to be as slow as, say, Call of Duty Ghosts was, with because obviously there are going to be some new mechanics in terms of movement and such. So let's basically go over some of those things. First of all, this is somewhat sad, but interesting. They're not bringing back Dolphin Dive. They're replacing it with the slide from Ghosts and Advanced Warfare in order to create a more chain-based movement system. So that's it works better with the new jetpack mechanics and all those things than it would with the Dolphin Dive. However, I'm going to be somewhat upset. I'm somewhat sad that they took out the amazing Dolphin Dive from the Black Ops games. But I guess it wouldn't be as fast-paced without it, so oh well. I mean, you can take that as good or bad news, whichever you want. But next thing, they are adding thrust jumps. Notice I said thrust, not boost. It's different from Advanced Warfare in the sense that the boost jump from Advanced Warfare, you would it was a huge double jump. It was like kind of sharp diagonal lines, if you think about it in terms of, like, I don't know, geometry and all that stuff. Because you would do your regular jump from previous games, and then you would be all of a sudden several feet into the air with your second jump. That's not going to be so much the case with Black Ops 3, as it's going to almost remind you of if you play Halo, the jetpack from Halo, except you can't go quite as high, to where you it's more like, I'm not sure, I'm pretty sure you hold the button though instead of pressing it to go in the thrust. You're just like kind of creating more curved lines. I know you guys really enjoyed my sound effects there, but and it's going to be slightly slower paced. You can't go near as high. You have like 2.5 seconds worth of jet energy, or whatever you want to call that, and the energy is taken up by doing your thrust jumps and by your slides. However, the slide in this game, I heard, will go faster and farther than in Advanced Warfare, so you will be able to get around much faster using it. In addition, I don't really enjoy this. They are taking out the one-hit melee in Black Ops 3. Now, I know a lot of the community likes this. There's probably some people that don't, but now it is a two-hit kill. It's a kind of a butt with the back of your gun, and you do it twice to kill somebody. It's a little different. But, I mean, I guess it can get rid of the panic knifing, which is sometimes annoying. However, I never had a huge problem with it, but anyway, that's another thing they're doing. However, if you do have the combat knife, you can kill somebody with one hit, as would be expected, because in real life, whenever you stab something, it doesn't take 2 hits. Nope. Anyway, so, like, I mean, I don't know. I like some of these. I like some of this. I'm excited for this movement system. I don't know about you guys. I am very much looking forward to Black Ops 3, and I think it will be a great game. Although, I do want to see how some of these things work out. If you guys are familiar with Destiny, you may be aware of some of the gravity spikes and the other specialist weapons that are going to be coming to the game, like the bow and arrow and all that other stuff. So yeah, if I haven't mentioned it already, there will be a specialist system where your character is actually one of 9 characters that are going to be introduced in the game, each with their own specialist ability or weapon. You get to choose your specialist before the beginning of each match, thus you can't change through the rest of the match. Strangely, but interesting. It's going to create a sense of more of an RPG aspect into multiplayer, I've been told, and it will be a very interesting system. You won't be able to customize your character to the lengths of Advanced Warfare, I heard, but, I mean, you do get an ability or weapon that you get to use after a certain amount of time. You can speed that time up, though, by killing people, by capturing objectives, basically by getting XP. So I'm eager to see how that turns out. Another thing that's coming, Blood and Gore, the way they had it in World at War, is coming back to Black Ops 3. That is actually pretty exciting because it was just made it feel more realistic. Because when World at War, if your character held a grenade, he would probably lose a leg. Because I remember playing a lot of things like just private matches and stuff on Dome and other maps like that. I loved World at War. It's the Call of Duty that really got me into Call of Duty, especially zombies. That's really the first reason I played Call of Duty in the first place, which is another thing that I'm very excited about. Zombies, they will have a new map, Shadows of Evil, and a new map, The Giant, which is a remake of Der Riese from World at War. That's pretty great. I don't know what... I heard they might be enlarging the map. I'm not so sure. But yeah. So there's going to be a lot of difference in this next map. It's going to be interesting to see how it turns out. I'm excited, although there's some things I like, some I'm not so sure about, but I think this is going to be a great game. If you guys don't know, pre-orders are going like fast right now. I mean, they're going at a rate that's been faster than the previous 2 games, I believe. But I just know that they're going pretty crazy fast right now, and I am excited to see what this game has to offer. Now, in terms of the beta, it will sadly only be 5 days long. I was kind of disappointed when I heard of this, but I was kind of hoping that we'd get more like a week or at least, or I mean 2 weeks or at least 1 week, because I mean really if you want to get good data, you probably want to go for a slightly longer amount of time, but still, I mean, there must be some reason we don't have it for that long, but it'll be okay. We still get to play it, and if you for some reason pre-ordered the game on both a PlayStation console and an Xbox or PC. Well, technically PC's not a console. It's PC. But anyway, if you pre-ordered on both sides of the thing, of the deal, I guess you would say, then you will get to play it for 10 days. Because August 19th is the first day of the PlayStation beta, and then I believe 1 week later is when it starts for other consoles. However, the PlayStation beta will not carry over into the time of the other consoles, because some people expected that to happen, which I thought that would have been a neat idea, but that's not the case. So, I mean, the PlayStation users get it first, but the same amount of time. So, the beta, basically, don't be expecting the whole multiplayer in the beta, because that's not how betas work usually. They're a sample. So, you'll basically probably get the 4 maps that we've seen on the alpha gameplay. At least they will probably stick to those 4. They could end up throwing in another or taking one of those 4 out. So we really have no idea as to what's going to be in the beta. I would expect everything that was in the alpha to be in the beta, maybe a little bit more stuff, but I wouldn't expect it to get too much further. Although it's even possible they could take some stuff out. I really don't know what's going to happen with that. But it's going to be a sample. You probably will only be able to get to a certain level, but it'll still be really fun to play, and it'll be a very enjoyable experience. So, yeah, guys, if you enjoyed this video, I want you to leave a like, subscribe, do all those great things, because you guys, it's really fun to make these videos for you guys, and I just like to grow as a channel and do all these great things, and yeah. So, guys, subscribe. Remember, hablo en inglés.